To do this, I used an asset I got from the Unity store that allows you to quickly generate low poly characters that are free range for animation. Then I went on Mixamo and found a cool XML walking animation, which I dropped into our model of Dom. Then I carefully positioned the camera right above his head. Because I was so we need this room to be perfectly steady so we can play Flappy Bird and jostling around. And this is where things started to get a little weird. Because I wasn't sure how to detach Dong's hand and arm from the rest of his body, I just duplicated the entire model of him and used that to hold the phone. Then I coded it so that when the player presses space, Dong's thumb will tap on the screen. Lastly, I positioned it cleverly to look like Dong's original right hand, so no one would be the wiser. He's just a normal looking guy playing his favorite Flappy Bird game. I remembered I'd also have to animate Dong's left hand later on. Luckily, I already knew how to handle this situation. Excellent, Dong is good to go. Now that I had the basic Flappy Bird game working, I wanted to add some kind of original gameplay element to it. After some thought, I decided to make it so that as the player slash Dong is trying to play Flappy Bird, the phone will keep getting notifications that block the screen and make it harder to play. The player will have to close the notifications with their mouse as they continue flapping and avoiding pipes. This makes the game a bit of a multitasking challenge. And to tell the story of what Dong may have been experiencing, were circulating at the time. As the game progresses, the comments will get more negative and frequent to portray the building pressure on Dom. I also use a text-to-speech program to read the text of the comments out loud so that the player will hear them as they play the game. New comment. Who would make such a dumb game anyway? Next, I created a landscape for our Dom character to walk around in while he's playing his Flappy Bird game. I imagined him walking around a noisy big city with cars and people shuffling past it. For this, I used our trusty Unity Asset Store asset again, so that I wouldn't have to model the entire thing from scratch. And to speed things up even more, I just took chunks from the demo city that came with the asset and plopped them into my game. I did end up modeling a park from scratch though, because I knew that would be the final destination of Dong's journey. At the end of the game, Dong removes his game from the App Store and sits quietly on a bench in the park. Oh, and I hid the 2D Flappy Bird game inside this building over here, so the player can't see it. With the city made, I animated a path for Dong to walk along. When he gets to the street intersections, he will look both ways and he'll occasionally look down at his feet or avoid obstacles on the sidewalk. Now to animate some street traffic. I did this by downloading an asset made by our good friend Sebastian Lake that allows you to easily make curved paths in your game. This was especially useful for making the car smoothly navigate around corners. All I had to do was draw the paths using his tool and set up the cars to follow along them. Oops, let me change the orientation of the paths. Let's try that one more time. There we go. Now we've got some traffic. Now to add some NPCs to the scene to make the city feel more lively. I used the low poly character creator from before and quickly made a bunch of random NPCs. Then I went back to Mixamo and downloaded some animations to bring them to life. This guy is calling his mom. This couple is having a nice lunch. These people are dancing on the side of the street for some reason. Then I added sounds to the game. I wanted it to sound like Dong is walking around a real city. To achieve this, I placed all the sound effects in 3D space so it sounds like the cars are actually whizzing by and that you're walking past the open door of a busy restaurant. And we can't forget the sounds that are in the original Flappy Bird game, especially that annoying but iconic punching sound effect for when you run into a pipe. Lastly, I made a title screen and a graphic to explain the controls of the game. Excellent, the game's done. Now let's see if we can beat this crazy contraption. Alright, I just gotta tap a couple times and get through the pipe. One pipe down. You have to get through 99 pipes to beat the game. Couple taps. Text message from mom. Dom, there are reporters outside our house again. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, I've gotten pretty far this time.
Critics say yes.
Just have to remember to close the notifications as soon as they open so they don't get in the way.
Comment. This game is impossible to beat.
Alright, I can beat this game. Okay,
Done.
let's.
Reporters keep calling.
Okay.
Birds
Alright, it's for real this time. The beginning's not so bad now.
Flappy Bird is like crack.
Alright, I'm a little over halfway.
Text message from mom. Dog, can you come home? Score of 10. After 10
Alright, I'm
hours.
close to the end. I think I got this.
My kids broke their phones because of this game. New comments.
Okay, we've made it to the park.
News headline. Is Nintendo suing Flappy Bird creator?
I just have a couple of
Dong, the reporters are saying you're being sued. I heard the developer paid for fake reviews. The game looks just like Mario.
Oh, I'm really close.
Mom, are you being sued? News headline. Chicago teen stabs brother. News headline.
Couple ones, I'll be there.